Portia says that she is a die-hard, ride-or-die woman for her on-again, off-again boyfriend. She claims she's Bonnie standing by her Clyde while he's been in and out of jail for gun charges, drugs, theft, assault with a weapon, high-speed chase, and kidnapping charges.
Dear Dr. Phil, my boyfriend and I have been together for 6 years. I consider him a wonderful guy and extremely understanding. I feel he is the one, and we are meant to be in each other's lives. It's our plan to one day marry and start a family together. He has made some mistakes, and I feel he's been dealt the wrong cards. He just so happens to have a criminal record and is currently incarcerated. I consider myself a ride-or-die person. I am loyal to him, and I will continue to love him no matter what. My family doesn't approve of my relationship at all, especially my mother. How can I get her to understand that I love my boyfriend unconditionally and to accept and trust my judgments? Portia.
Okay, you've been watching the show because you've been sitting right down here. I've been watching you watch the show.
Okay.
What did you think about what's been going on here?
I feel terrible, for Jessica and the situation that she's in.
Uh-huh. You think she's putting up with things she shouldn't put up with?
Yes.
You think she'll ever get better than what she is getting now if she doesn't require more?
No.
How about you?
In all honesty, I don't feel that what I'm doing is wrong or negative. But, my family, they don't agree with the relationship that I'm in, based on the fact that he has hurt me and broken my heart before. Uh-huh. But I've given him a chance to redeem himself.
You want to give him a chance to redeem himself? Because he's not like a slipped up one-time guy.
Meaning like criminal-wise?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, we got a pretty good list here. I mean, gun charges, drugs, theft, assault with a weapon, high-speed chase, kidnapping charges, did 2.5 years in jail for possession of a gun without a license in 2004. He went 2.5 years in 2005. Out of jail for 1.5 years, then violated his probation for smoking dope at a transition facility, went back to jail again, and now is going to get out here in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, now first of all, most of those charges that were listed were dropped because they weren't true. Like they found out that they weren't true, and they are being removed from his record.
But they're wrong about him a lot.
What'd you say?
They're wrong about him a lot, apparently.
I mean, not a lot.
Okay. You understand, that's an unusual resume. True?
I agree.
I mean, listen,
I agree. I mean, it's something that I've never, I've never done any of those things at all. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people who have.
And you've never been charged with them?
Correct.
Okay. The saying goes, mother knows best. Well, Portia's mother, Renda, is here, and this is what she has to say. Let's add her, then we'll talk.
I'm really concerned about my daughter Portia's relationship with her boyfriend. What concerns me the most is I don't think he can provide for her. I never met him, and I really don't care to. I think he's not good enough for my daughter. I'm afraid if they do get married and start a family, she may have to take care of him. I know Portia has stood by him through thick and thin, but he's been in trouble, and it will happen again. I think Portia thinks he's changed, but he's gonna have to prove it to me. I know my daughter loves him, but it's gonna be a difficult relationship. I wish she would find an educated man and settle down. She's my daughter, a lovely girl, and I want the best for her.
Well, we're talking about ride or die women today. These are women that say they'll stand by their man through thick and thin, sometimes when the world would think it's time to walk away. Now, let me ask you something. You're going to be there when he gets out of jail, right?
Correct.
And there's nothing I'm going to say is going to change that. And I'm not even expecting to, okay?
Okay.
You say, we described him as your on-again, off-again boyfriend. So there are times that y'all been off.
Correct.
Why?
We had a separation whenever he was initially released from prison, that it just didn't work out. You know, he was extremely, in my opinion, self-involved at the moment, and he needed to get himself together, which broke my heart because, of course, I do believe I was made, all these promises were made to me that we were going to, have this happy life, and it didn't happen.
So there was a point at which you said enough.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll be honest, he said at the point, I don't think he was ready to give me what I wanted.
So he broke it off with you?
Correct. Correct.
So even then, have you ever broken it off with him?
Yeah, I mean, after he would come back and forth, but then it was just like we took about like a year break. We would still see each other here and there, but we took a year break and I was in another relationship.
Okay, is there a deal breaker for you?
Well, actually, yes. Like this time around, while me and him were together, I told him, when he comes home, immediately he has to get a job. And he's the type of person I know, pray, that he will get a job and everything works out. Obviously, that's really hard for him.
But if he didn't, you wouldn't stay with him. You expect him to at least get a job.
Exactly, because I deserve the best. I believe that. I do.
And what do you think, Mom? You think she has an affinity for hoodlums?
Yeah, the bad boy or yo, what's up? Stuff like, what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So are you a yo, what's up kind of girl?
No, I mean, it's not that I'm attracted that particularly. That's just what I seem to have run into.
Not too long ago, I went to a women's prison up north of here, and I talked to a number of women on a unit there. And I particularly talked to those women because they had not committed a crime. So why were they in prison? They were in prison because they were with somebody when they committed a certain type of crime. Like if you shoot somebody during a drug deal, everybody that's with you is going to jail just like you.
I know.
And there was one woman that I talked to, and I brought her daughters up there that were in their teens, and we visited, and she's in for life. And she was in the car with her boyfriend when a drug deal went bad and the shooting started and somebody got killed, and she was just sitting in the car, and she's in prison for life. Do you get the fact that what your mom's saying here, if these are hoodlums and they go out and do the kind of things that they do, and you happen to be a bystander, you could be in a lot of trouble.
I know people that have happened to. I do know that.
So you get that you are exposing yourself, even though you would never pick up a gun and do a crime. And in fact, you are gainfully employed, you are educated, you are a very contributing and productive citizen in society, true?
True, thank you.
And you're very good at what you do, correct?
Correct. But in my opinion, I truly, as I said on the tape, I believe that he has changed. You know what I mean? I come from a Christian background home, as well as he does, even though he has made mistakes. You know what I mean? Recently, me and him we're trying our best to dedicate our life to Christ and live in a godly way. I only can hope that when he does come home, that he is going to do the right thing. I have no control over him, but if he does not do the right thing, unfortunately, he has to go. I don't have time for that.
Okay.
What makes Portia's situation so complicated is that this is not simply a story about loving someone with a difficult past. According to the discussion, her boyfriend has faced a long list of serious legal problems, including gun charges, drugs, theft, assault with a weapon, a high-speed chase, and kidnapping charges, along with periods of incarceration and a probation violation. Portia disputes that some of those allegations were true and says charges were dropped or removed, but even she acknowledges that his record is unusual. Her mother's concern is equally clear. She fears Portia could eventually end up supporting a man who repeatedly gets into trouble. Portia, however, believes he has changed and wants to give him an opportunity to prove it. The important distinction is that she is not completely without boundaries. She says that when he comes home, he needs to get a job, and she makes it clear that if he does not do the right thing, the relationship will end. That is a major difference from simply standing by someone no matter what. Loyalty can mean supporting a person while they take responsibility and rebuild their life. But loyalty should not mean ignoring patterns that could eventually put your own future, finances, freedom or safety at risk. Dr. Phil also raises a crucial point. Even if Portia never commits a crime herself, being around criminal activity can expose an innocent person to serious consequences. He gives the example of someone being present when a crime occurs and still facing severe legal consequences. By the end, Portia says she hopes her boyfriend will make better choices, but she also admits she cannot control him. And that may be the most important lesson here. You can support someone's redemption, but you cannot perform the redemption for them. The responsibility ultimately belongs to the person making the choices. So, what do you think? Is Portia showing genuine loyalty by giving him another chance, or is she taking an unnecessary risk by tying her future to someone with such a serious history? And if you were in her position, would you wait for him to prove he has changed or walk away before the next mistake becomes your problem too? If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.